It's really hard to find stuff about this movie online, so we have a short, big. We have a small big fights.
I mean, no, it's not. They can just subscribe here and find everything they need to know about it online.
Everything you need to know will be right here by the end of this episode.
Yes, we promise that.
So let's get into a small, big fights.
These are the big fikes.
All right, here we go. All
One,
right,
two, three, four.
We have 9 facts for you today. Number 9. Rules are rules. Did you recognize the librarian? If you have seen Hulu's Handmaid's Tale, you may have felt a chill up your spine during the library scene in The Living Wake. That's Ann Dowd, or as you may know her, Aunt Lydia. Aunt Lydia and the librarian have very similar principles when it comes to the rules. The librarian boldly states into the face of Kay Roth, "I'm sorry, sir, the rules are rules."
Quick segue on that. Funny part, Jesse Eisenberg played in this, and also he played in Zombieland, which came out years later, and they spend the entire movie talking about the rules that he must obey. Boom, that's what we do. What we do. Rules, brother. Big fikes.
Number 8. Location. The luscious landscapes of The Living Wake were captured in the film's primary location for the production in... You want to try to say that city?
Yes, I do. Kimberport. Well, hold on. We had. Sorry, guys, we had technical issues, but you heard it, and then it's in Maine. So
yes,
yeah. We'll fix it in post.
Kennebunkport.
Yes.
Kennebunkport. Number 7. Budget. The estimated budget for The Living Wake was $500,000. Compare that to Avatar, which cost a whopping $425 million. So it just goes to show, you can make a great film with what Hollywood would consider a modest budget.
Like I'm going to kill someone this Friday.
Mm-hmm. Number 6. In Memoriam. Matthew Coles, who plays Mossman, the funeral director, passed away in 2014. Soap opera fans may recognize him from his role on All My Children, which also starred Jill Larson, who plays Kay Roth's mother in The Living Wake.
And does a masterful part of it, I may add. I would not like to be her child.
Yeah, she does a good job playing a bitch.
David.
Female
Female dog. Somebody put Lassie up on the screen. What's he again?
No, I think Lassie was a bitch.
Okay, I'm with it.
Award worthy. Number 5. The Living Wake picked up the Comedic Vision Award at Austin Film Festival, the Audience Award at Woodstock Film Festival, and was the official selections for AFI Los Angeles, Marfa Film Festival, Gen Art Chicago Film Festival, and Off Camera Film Festival. It was awarded the Best Picture Film Award at the Big Apple Film Festival, and at the Vail Film Festival, Jesse Eisenberg won the Rising Star Award for his portrayal of Mills, Kay Roth's loyal man, chauffeur, and biographer.
Very good. And it just goes to show our filmmakers out there, you can win awards, get all those wreaths, because we got those wreaths before. But again, it's all about what you know, who you know, and when you know them. When time, it's no such thing as luck. When time meets opportunity, that's when success happens.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, everyone's a critic. Critics and audience members are at odds when it comes to the reception of The Living Wake, with critics giving it an average score of 47%, while audiences generally enjoy the film, giving it a score of 71%, according to Rotten Tomatoes.
That comes from most critics are universal critics. They're not just one genre of film, and most audiences who are actually going to take time to respond are actually from that genre. So that's why there's a higher audience versus a higher critic, because critics are watching all movies. If I can not like something, but if I take the time to respond, then that means I'm really into it. So that's where it came from.
Number 3, Poetry in Motion. The film deals with heavy subjects, abuse of parents, substance abuse, death, and an overall existentialist tone. But it handles these subjects with care and grace, set against a surreal stage theater-esque universe of literary wit and whimsy. It approaches grave subjects not unlike a parable or a poem.
Literary, literal, Litarian, longitude, latitude, those are 5 L rows in a row, and he couldn't get one. That's what I'm here for.
Literary and...
The librarian.
Number 2, Quadruple Threat. Not only does Michael Connell bring the character of K. Roth Benu to life on the screen, he also penned the words that came out of his mouth, co-writing The Living Wake with frequent collaborator Peter Klein, and produced the film, and as well as wrote and performed a few catchy musical numbers that spontaneously break out in the third act.
I like to call that the Tim Curry effect. We talked about him earlier. My thing is this: is that we said there was only one or two ways Tim Curry was able to do that. He was either that damn good or whatever he was taking was that damn good. So I would like to think that happened.
A little bit of both, probably.
Yeah, yeah, 50-50. Little half and half, little Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The number one big fight is home turf. The Burlington, Maine, where the production took place, is where director Sol Tryon grew up. He said that much of the imagery had been burned into his mind for quite a while.
With him, like you say, that's even with speaking of him, that's his directorial debut. And like you say, when you've done all these things, and like at a certain point, like I liken it to me or you when you, like I say, been from craft services all the way up to first AD, and you've done everything in between. Nobody can't tell you what to do as a director. You may not be as great as everybody at their job, but you, as they say, a jack of all trades. And I think that's what directors are, just basically great jacks of all trades.
Yeah, and it also, when you're working on a movie with a small budget, you have to, use every advantage that you can, including home turf advantage, where you know people, businesses, you could stay places, get permission to shoot at places that you might be able to save money or even maybe get it at no cost if you have a history there.
I mean, how many productions have you shot at that I Am Media lot you're always telling me about?
Yeah, Jacksonville is a wonderful place because it calls home to I Am Media, and I think you charge like $750 an hour to shoot here.
I'm retired. See you soon, Hollywood.
That concludes Big Fikes. Find us in all these links that's coming up right now.
That's the trailer.